installation topic. So we are doing the installation. This is our first our topic, installation topic. This will be part of the SAP implementation. Okay. Installation is the one of the part here. So installation, to install the SAP systems, what we required, what are the softwares we required here? So software side, we required the SWPM, exports, kernel, DB client, DB and DB client. So then SAP, the host agent are required here. So these are the softwares we required, which we have to download from the service marketplace. So service marketplace, we have to log in, or me.sap.com, you have to log in with your S user ID, which will be provided by the company. So then after that, you can able to go to the download center. You can download the respective files that we have seen yesterday, right? So then once you download it, you can move the files to the server level where you are planning to start the installation. That server level, you can do that one. So this is our IP. This is our server, practice server, installation server. So IP colon and port number like 2501 on 15 2025 and 01 is the first month, right? So like that we have the naming conventions. I kept it for simple understanding purpose, right? So then click on the continue button. It will ask the user ID and password. Just you can enter the password of the your user. You can able to just click on the yes, then you can able to open the our practice server here. You can able to see the our practice server here. In the practice server here, this is the place here we will do the installation activities and everything here. This is the place we will perform the installation here, right? So this is the, suppose like first we are some people are new to SAP, right? So let's start with the Windows. Let's start with the Windows. See, people already logged in here. So many people, some people already logged into the server remotely. Okay, so that is fine. So here you have the the C drive. In the C drive, you have the already SAP softwares are available here. Here we have the SAP softwares already available here. So here we need to do the installation here, right? So exports, kernel, SWPM, host agent, these are the SAP, the DB files already, database, right? Database seems already installed SQL Server DB. We are doing in the SQL Server database here. We are doing on top of the SQL Server database, we are doing the SAP installation. So for us, we are going to do the installation. ANA database also we are going to discuss after the basis. ANA DB also we will discuss, right? For now, SAP installation we are doing in the, so here in the SQL Server database, in the Linux, you are going to do the Windows as well as the Linux, SQL and HANA database. Both databases you will get very hands-on experience here, right, for the installation. So here you see here, so all the softwares are downloaded. Whatever the softwares yesterday we have seen how to download, means using the service marketplace we have to download the softwares here, right? So then once you have all the softwares are ready, right, installation, then go to the SWPM tool, then just open the SAP INST. Okay, go to the SWPM folder, then open the SAP INST file here, SAP INST. This is the installation file. As I mentioned here, installation we have to start with the SWPM tool, software provisioning manager tool. This is the installation tool here. So sometimes in the zip file you may get the all the files. Sometimes you may get the only SAR file. SAP related any file, it will be the .sar file name .sar. Suppose if you see the PDF file, how the PDF, .pdf, .text, So .jpg, .jpe file outside of the SAP files, but SAP related any files, it's with the suffix always should be the .sar. .sar means SAP archive, SAP archive here, SAR file here. Okay, that is the, remember this one. What is the SAR means? SAP archive. SAP archive means this is the first letter. Next two letters they kept as the SAR file here. Okay, so SAP related. To extract this file, you need to execute the one command here. Any SAP related files, if you want to extract it, you have to use the SAP car -xvf, then file name dot SAR file here. File name dot SAR file here. So that will be extracted here. That will be extracted here. So that is the way we have to do the extraction. That is the way we have to do the extraction here. Right? So that is the one thing here, right? Suppose sometimes when you download it, it will download as a zip file. Sometimes zip file is not available. You need to extract the file. You will only download the SWPM file that you had, when you extract it, these all the files and folders will be created back and automatically, right? Automatically this will be created here. Here what we have to do, we need to start the SWPM tool. If you Windows, right, when you double click it, automatically SWPM tool will be started. So go to the SWPM folder, just double click on the SAP INST, your SWPM SAP, the software installation file will be started here. So which means this file will start and it will open the URL in the browser. Or sometimes you have a, by default your Internet Explorer will be there. Then you can copy the URL and you can paste into the Chrome. Why? Because in the Chrome it will be easy actually. So it will be generated in the Chrome here for me. Why? Because I changed the default browser to the Chrome, so it is connected here. So here you see the host name, HTTPS host name, and there is a port number here. Our host name is the SAP Practice 2 is our host name, installation host name. Then port number is the 4237 is the port number here. So this is the common port number. Host name might be changed for as per your computer name, but this is the 4237 is the default host name, sorry, port number here, right? So if you go to this PC, if you see the our hardware requirement here, we have the Windows operating system 2016 server. We have the Intel i7 processor. Then minimum 8 GB memory is required, right? We have the computer name is available. Computer name means computer name, device name. Then you have the disk space 200 GB, so is available, right? So there 200 GB is there. So we have met the hardware requirement is done, and OS also we have installed it. Then software is also ready. These are the prerequisites for the SAP installation. These are the prerequisites for the SAP installation here. Okay, that is the one. Then then next thing what we have to do now, next thing what we have to do, so once you start it here, it will open the URL in the browser. It will open in the, your connection is not private, something like that. Go to the advanced mode, click on the proceed with the unsafe, then it will ask the user ID, then proceed with the user ID, whatever the user, you can just provide the user. Then whatever the password you have, just you can provide the password. Then you can able to open the SWPM screen. You can able to open the SWPM software provisioning manager home screen, welcome screen here. So in the welcome screen, as I mentioned here, any SAP product installation, we can use the same SWPM tool, same kernels, only exports will change. Remaining everything is common, right? Either ECC, BW, S4HANA, Fiori, NetWeaver, S4HANA systems. Then, so you have the any other CRM systems, any other like SRM systems, CRM, ERP, SEM, SRM. any systems you want to install it, solution manager, MDM, identity management, anything you want to install it here, you have to follow the same procedure here. Same, so same that procedures in the, so that is the same procedures here, right? That is what you can do it here, right? So here what we are going to do, we are going to install the NetWeaver 7.5 is the small product here that we are going to do. If you want to go with the line ECC, then ECC EHP 8, you can select this folder. Or NetWeaver 7.5, you can select the this folder, NetWeaver 7.5 folder, you can select it here. Then after that, what is the database? SQL server. Then expand the SQL server. What you are going to do? You are going to do the installation. Then expand the installation. This is the SAP ABAP system, right? Not the Java system. It's the ABAP stack here. So then select the expand the ABAP folder here, ABAP application server here. Then installation. You can install the SAP system with the following options here, either standard system, distributed, and high availability mode. There the three modes are available. You can use it here. Standard, distributed, high availability mode here. Three ways we can do the SAP installation here. So what is mean by standard, distributed, high availability mode here? So standard mode means some customers, some customers, they want to, suppose they don't have the much budget, they are the small companies, then in one operating system in the SAP practice 2, they will install the database on top of, they will install the SAP system here. That means your SAP DB both are in the same operating system. SAP and database will be in the same operating system here. This is called the, this is called the standard installation, right? So especially small companies who don't have much budget to so go with the operating systems for license, hardware license, some multiple systems, they go with the this one here, right? DB and SAP, right? That they will take care of here, right? So sorry. Yeah, so few minutes, sorry. Yeah, SAP and DB here, right? So in the same time here, so distributed means some customers, okay, they are okay, they have the budget. Then in this case, SAP they will install on the one operating systems, DB they will install on the different operating systems here. Here DB, here SAP here. This procedure is called the distributed environment, distributed system. Why? Because here database using the same operating system, SAP also using the same operating system, same space, same things it is using here, right? Then here, here, so SAP is here and DB is here. Both are in the two different operating systems here. So that here there is no impact. Why? Because both are running in the same machine. Some performance issues with the DB, SAP also will be impacted. In case of SAP issues, then DB also impacted. Entire operating system issue, then entire both will be impacted here. Both will be the performance impact here. In case of SAP is here, then DB is here. SAP and DB both are here. SAP and DB both are here different. So in case of something is happened, there is no impact on this operating systems. Both are independent, but there is a connectivity from SAP to DB. In case of if there is any operate this issue, then this won't impact here. So, but here there is a disadvantage of you need a separate operating systems here, separate hardware, separate RAM, separate storage, separate network, everything will be separate. Then this is called the, so distributed environment here, right? Both will be in the different operating systems. Here all are in the same operating systems here, right? That is called the standard and distributed here. Standard and distributed operating systems here. So the next one is the high availability. This is the mission critical applications in the Navy, and suppose the higher banking sector systems. These are the very mission critical applications. Mission critical. Why? Because they have the business in the all the countries. All our countries they have the business, right? In case of something wrong, in one country something wrong, remaining countries business also will be impacted, right? In that case, how? That is the reason, especially for the banking sector, mission critical applications like in the Navy and Air Force, in the airports, and some other applications, they will go with the high availability mode, which is very costly. Means multiple systems here. So in one they will go with the one country, they have the data center. In the one data center, they have the SAP and DB is running on here one host. Then in another data center, so then another country, this is a different country again. We have the high availability mode here, maybe primary and secondary here, right? Primary and secondary here. I can say like primary first and secondary mode here. So here SAP, here, maybe DB also they can make it in the high availability mode here. What will happen here? Something users are connected to the this country, maybe this is in the UK, this is in the US, then so are primary and secondary. So something is happens to the your primary data center, primary SAP system here, then entire your business operations will be affected. Business operations will be affected here. So in this case, what we can do, we can switch. So automatically, in case of something is happens here, automatically this will be up. High availability concept. This will be the up concept here. So this way, this will be the up. Why? Because you have the backup server is there, secondary server is there. In case of this happens, this will be up. If this happens, then meanwhile we can fix these issues. Then once this is ready, and in case of this something is happens here, automatically the services will move to the here. So that there is no downtime. 100% availability of the services here, right? So that is the mission critical application. Suppose like IRCTC, train ticketing and booking systems. So in case of IRCTC, so in case of during the peak hours, if the system is down, there are a lot of transactions, lot of trains, lot of tickets, lot of things will be impacted because of the, if the site is down for 1 hour or the site is down for the one day, there are a lot of disadvantages we have, right? If the tickets
Any
are
load
not,
balancer will they use in between?
yeah, load balancers. Yes, they will use the load balancers and some other tools. They will use it to fail over the systems from here to here. Something as happens here, automatically the service will be fail over to the here. Here something is happens, automatically it will fail over to the here. Primary and backup server, something like that. That is called the high availability mode. In this case, you need to use the some other load balancers, some other tools. You have to use it here, cluster tools. So it will be costly. Why? Because here you need to install it. Here you need to install it. DB also high availability. Here also available. You need to do the configuration. Oh, lot of configurations you need to perform. High availability. In that case, this is the high availability mode, but there is a risky procedure is very less. Risky is very less. So always some customers, suppose like banking sector customers, so take the any one of the bank. So like Standard Chartered Bank that is on the SAP. Suppose like, so in case of that banking sector, something is happens, automatically fail over during the business hours, right? If the banking sector services are down, what will happen? Banking server is down. There's a lot of transactions, phone pay, Google Pay, other many things will be impacted. Many things will be impacted, right? So there's a lot of impact, business impact will happen here. So there is a loss. So the loss, and if they spend the some amount on the so infrastructure side, they will install the SAP on the high availability mode so that there is no much impact on their business. So that's what customer always look for, the without any business impact, their services should not be interrupted here. That is the main aim for the customers, right? So especially for the production systems, we can go with some of the applications are not mission critical applications. Suppose example, some other you can say nowadays all the applications, suppose like some other services, education systems, some those are the not important. Why? Because if server is down for 1 hour one day, then next day we can read it, something we can check the logs. we can check the website, other webs. We can go with that one. Those are the not important things. Some of the finance related things, sales related things are the very important. So those servers are very important. That will be installed on the high availability mode here. So that time, so there is a big team. They will support it, and there are large infrastructures and everything. They will go for that one here. So that is the important thing here. Okay. So that is the concept of the, so this one, like uh, installation types, like standard, distributed, and high availability. So select the high availability. We don't need that much need, just but procedure is common. So select the standard, then select the standard here, then click on the next button here. Select the standard or double click on the standard. It will go to the next step here. This is the standard. Define the parameter section here. Here in this section, here is the place we have to provide the inputs. This is the place. Here we have to provide the inputs here, like providing the all the passwords. So some technical terms here we required before we go for the next step. So SAP, some technical terms, right? Technical terms, it should be, you should be required here, right? Then what is SID? What is instance number? What is computer name? What is host name, what is application server name, what is DB server name, then what is instance name. So these are the some technical terms. DB, okay, there's some technical terms you should be required here when you are working in the SAP. This terminology you required here, this terminology you should understand here. SID, system identification number. SID means system identification. So when you installing the one SAP system, you have to give the name. You have to provide the name here. You have to provide the name here. You have to provide the name. Name means, even if the baby is born, then how we are giving the name to the babies. Similarly, you have to provide the naming conventions to the SAP system. Instead of calling the one SAP system and two SAP system here, so then we have to, so you have to use the this one. You have to use the SID. Means we are giving the name. When you are installing the SAP system, you have to put the name. The name should be three alpha numeric characters. Three alpha numeric characters here. Like suppose you are installing the some other system ABC dot XYZ or X11, like X12, like that we can keep it. But it should not like one AB. So one XY should not be, number should not be come in the first. Okay, number should not come in the first here. 3, length is 3, but alpha numeric characters here. So the number should not come in the first letter. Okay, it should be the after that only. Okay, that is the one thing here. Alpha numeric characters. But SAP, the suggested, yes, right. SAP recommended to simply to understand ABC means what, XYZ means what. So to avoid this confusion, SAP recommended, suppose if you are installing the NetWeaver systems, NetWeaver product, you can put like NetWeaver development. So NetWeaver quality, NetWeaver production, NetWeaver regression, NetWeaver development 1, NetWeaver development 2, NetWeaver develop, like that you can keep it. So simply, whenever the new joinee comes in your team, they can understand simply, okay, NW means NetWeaver, D means development, Q means quality, P means production system. So like that they have arranged it. Okay, P means production system means carefully we have to use this one. So D means development, environments they are mentioning. Some customers they will like, okay, this is the NetWeaver system. Otherwise, what is your customer name? Customer name is the, so KP online training. So okay, then K NetWeaver development, then get to K NetWeaver quality. They will put their naming conventions here. So like that, they will put the naming conventions here, right? That is the one thing we have here. What is the one thing we have we should have here, right? That is the thing. We have the network development, network quality, network production systems. So like this, we have the systems, we can keep it here. Something meaningful, right? Suppose even when the baby is born, after 21 days or some months, we will give the one naming convention. That naming convention is also like a 3 letters or 5 letters. Nowadays, 3 letters, some nowadays in the 2 letters also they are giving, not the 1 letter, 2 letters for the born babies. Like first letter should be the father of the father or mother of the something like that we are keeping, right? Same as like here also something meaningful, right? So that is the one thing. If you are installing the S4 ANA systems, then so S4 development, then S4 quality, then S4 production, short names you can keep it here. That is the good naming conventions. Good naming conventions we can keep it to simply by seeing the SID only we can understand, okay, what is this product is for, what is this type of the system, what is this product and the type of the system here. This is a development type and the product is NetWeaver product, NetWeaver development system. Simply we can understand, right? So normally if you want to log in, you want to log into the system and you need to see the what is the product of the system. Then you need to understand the what is the product. You have to log into the system. Suppose new persons comes, if you don't have the access, he has to log into the systems. He has to log into the systems with their user ID and passwords. So then they will go with the product versions. Normally, if the new person comes into your organization, this all the users are locked by 4 guys. So then if you don't have user ID, then how can I remember this is the which type of system, this is a which type of system, how they can remember it here? So it's the highly not, it's not impossible, right? They need to go to here systems and status and they need to check the, so they need to check the product version and so they will go to the installed product version. Then only they will come to know, oh, this is the ECC HP8 system. See, after login to the system, then only we will come to know what type of product is this. But if you maintain the good naming convention in for the SIDs, then we can simply understand, like we can simply understand, oh, this is the, so this SID is like a, this SID is like a ECD. This is the ECC development system. This is the ECC production system here. This is a NetWeaver one system. Something like that. We can simply by seeing the SID, we can understand it here, right? So that is the simple understanding purpose. Better the good naming convention, good SIDs, we have to keep it here. Computer name means your device name, your laptop name, your desktop name, your computer name here. Maybe if you go to the this PC, then you will come to know the what is your computer name and everything, right? So that is the one thing here. Then in host name, in the Windows we will call it as the computer name, in the Linux we will call it as the host name. Both are same, just synonyms only. Application server name means if you install the application server on this computer, then that is called the application server name. If you install the DB on this server, that is called the DB server name. Instance means it will create the instances after the installation. That is called the instance. Set of services will run on that instance. So same in this computer, here, SAP practice do, if you install the SAP application on this operating system, that SAP name is called, the application server name is called the SAP practice 2. If you install the DB on this computer name, DB server name is called the computer name here, right? So same naming, just only synonyms are different here. Multiple ways we can call it here, right? So he is, him, right? Past, future, out we can call it as the one person. So how multiple ways we can call him, right? Same one system, one OS. If you install the DB on this operating system, this computer name is called the DB server name. If you install the SAP on this host, this computer name, this is called the, so DB SAP application server name here, right? So like this, multiple naming conventions we can keep it here, right? So this synonyms you should be required when you are doing the installation of the SAP system here. So now you started the SWPM tool, you selected the NetWeaver product here, just click on the, you will get the the first parameter settings tab here. Here, the parameter settings tab, either typical or custom, you can choose it here. Either typical or custom, you can choose it here. Typical means what? Typical means custom or typical, both you will be able to install the SAP system. Typical means you will get the default settings will be taken care. As a result, you will get the less prompts, less screen prompts, you will get it out. Custom means each and every time you will get the lot of prompts, multiple prompts, you need to manually enter the details and everything here. Here, default settings, you need to manually enter the details. But anything is fine actually. You can go to the next step here. So we are in the define parameter settings. We are defining the parameters. Means we are giving the parameters. Means all the inputs we have to give it. Then then after that, SWPM will do the installation. You no need to till end complete the installation here. Only inputs if you give it. Inputs means what is the SID, what is the instance number, where is the location of the kernel, where is the location of that one, this one, everything it will ask it. If you provide all the details, finally, if you execute the service, then here in this place, it will take the 4 hours time, 3 to 4 hours time to complete the SAP installation. So SAP installation is not that much of so simple. So it's not the just 1 hour, so 5 minutes job, 2 minutes job. It's a hourly jobs here. It will take lot of hours, right? So here SAP system SID, you are installing the NetWeaver system, then NetWeaver development one I have given here, or is this the production system NetWeaver quality system, you can give it. Which system you are installing, you are the NetWeaver one you are giving, then NW1. If you are installing the different product, then different product, then there's NetWeaver. So otherwise K NetWeaver, the development, K&D, something like that. You can give the one good naming conventions here. One good naming conventions here. You can give it. You can give your name also, but only it should be the three alpha numeric characters only. FQDN, it's not required. FQDN means domain name. Domain name means www.google.com, facebook.com.coms. That is called the domain names. FQDN, fully qualified domain name. So we don't have any domain name. Just we can just ignore it here, right? We can ignore it here. If you have the domain name, we can keep it here. Suppose like example, this is the domain name we have here. So you can keep it. This domain name, you can keep it here. That will be in the public. That will be in the public, solely public here. Public, which means the server will be in the public mode here, right? That will be in the public mode. It will not be resolved. So you can keep it. Just remove it here. Later, if the server is in the public, not only client servers, SAP systems already in the private mode only here. So then password for all the users here. Then you can change you can keep the passwords, different passwords. You can give it passwords for all users here. So there are some users will be created at the operating system level, SAP level, DB level. Those passwords we have to provide to the here. Then just click on the next button, then it will take you to the next step here.
Hi, Ravinder.
Yeah.
No. In the previous screen, it was showing like the password is for all the users. I mean, like, what is the meaning for that?
I will explain it. I will explain it.
Okay.
So there are in the upcoming topics, I will explain it in installation completed. So since we have that screen come password for all the users means, so there the multiple users will be created in the three layers here. SAP is a three-tier architecture, presentation layer and SAP layer and DB layer here. So here database level users, SAP level users, and operating system level users also will be created here. Means they are the three layers users will be created. OS level, SAP layer, and DB level users will be created. If you select the typical, all the users password you can give in the one shot. Password for all the users. If you select the custom, previous selection we have selected the custom, right? Custom means every user you need to select the manually. User means here SID ADM user will be created, right? Then SAP level, there is a SAP star DDIC will be created. DB level, there is a DB SID ADM user will be created. These are the three users. SAP level, OS level, SAP level, DB level. These are the users will be created here. So the passwords, SID means suppose you given the KND, then KND ADM user will be created to operating system level to perform the administration level activities here. So SAP star DDIC for the application level users. These are the super users, master users. So all the admin activities we have to perform using these users only. If we want to perform some OS level administrator activities, you need to use the this SID ADM user here. If we want to perform the admin activities in the SAP level, then you need to use the SAP star DDIC, which are created as part of the installation time. Then DB SID ADM. DB SID ADM users we have to give it here. So these things we have to provide it here. Right? These are the users will be created as part of the installation. So here, that's why on single step it is asked in the, if you select the typical password for all the users means these are the users. But if you choose the custom selection in the initial screen, what will happen? So all the multiple prompts you will get. Like, please provide the password of the SAD ADM user, then click on the next button. Please provide the password of the SAP star DDIC, click on the next button. Please provide the password of the SADB SAD ADM, click on the next button. Please provide the password of the other user, then please click on the next button. Like that, multiple prompts, right? So that is the thing. Here, next thing is the DB SQL connection here. So here, first thing is the database details it is asking. So DB, we have to install it before only the SQL server, right? I have done it already. When the HANA time, you will come to know how to install the DB time also. For now, you can choose the already database is already installed here. Then you can just select the SAP practice 2. The same host database name, database instance name or SAP instance name, both are same. Why? Because both are installed on the one operating system only. Just you can browse, click on the this check marks, then click on the next button, next. So it will go to the next step here. So this way database details also we have given, right? Now it is asking the SID, create the new database SID. Yes. It's not simple like other softwares, media players, those things we will install it, right? It's not like that here. So now it is asking the specify the package browser, specify the location of the downloaded files here. So this is the first one. It is asking the kernels. These files are called the kernel files here. SAP exe, exe. These are the kernels actually. Normally we will call it as the kernel files here. Kernel files means you need to browse the path of the kernel, like where is the kernel. So yeah, SAP softwares, then kernel, just select the kernel location, just select the kernel location here, folder, then click on the next button, then the files will be readed here. Kernel files will be readed here. See, kernel files are getting readed here. So C means sir, why it is validating means it will not simply it will not simply take the all the files. It will cross check all the files. The downloaded files are valid or it's a corrupted. Is everything is okay or not? Then only it will go to the next step. Otherwise, so it will be give the error message like this file is failed status. This file is in error status. Please place the new file, like that. It will provide the messages here. You can go to the log file here. Here you can see the log files, SAP inst.log file. If you open it, here it will give you the clear picture here. In the C, SAP software, it is reading the kernel directory. It is extracting the all the files and everything. It is reading. It is reading the all the files and everything. It is reading here.
Okay, this installation also completes for both the stacks or only above stacks?
Only above stack. You are installing the above stack means only above will be installed. If you install the Java, Java will be installed.
Okay, for the other products like ESP8, Gateway, SuccessFactor, so you
Those,
need to
yeah, we have to install separately. We have to install it.
okay.
Now you chosen only NetWeaver only we have to do that one. On top of if you install the some CRM related component, CRM will be BW separately, the ESCC separately, S4 separately, not all in one system. So multiple, all we have to install the multiple times. So now again you got the prompt, which means so you when you scroll down, all the packages are available. Okay, status is okay. Then click on the next button. Then it will go to the next step. Then only it will go to the next step. Otherwise, something wrong, it won't go to the next step here. It will be failed in the same. It will be failed in the same. See, host agent it is asking, then we can provide the host agent file, host agent, right? Then we can provide the host agent file it is asking. Then browse the host agent file where it is available. SAP software, yeah, host agent. Select the host agent, then click on the next button. So that is the reason. So before starting the SWPM tool, we need to download all the files and keep it ready. Right? So host agent, this is also available here, available. Then click on the next button. So now exports NetWeaver 7.50. Then exports means export software where you downloaded here. Then SAP softwares. Then this is the NetWeaver exports, right? NetWeaver exports, select this folder. Then click on the next button. That's it.
Do we have to install all these softwares in our laptop or already
All the
installed?
softwares already downloaded. It's placed into the practice server C drive. In the name of SAP software, there all the files are available. Okay, which means you no need to download any single piece of software. Just you can log into the remotely with your user ID and password, the IP which I have given. Then you can log in. You can start the SWPM tool. Then you can go with the same procedures here.
Same password, Ravinder.
Whatever you got the password, same password you have to use it.
But it's not working. I mean, I
Then
logged into the remote session, but once we click the this SWPM tool, right? So it is asking the credentials again. So I have given the same
when you logged in,
just now.
but just now how can you log in? Why? Because I am already doing the installation right on the same screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So once I done it, then you can proceed it. Here one more thing is here at a time only one person can proceed with the installation.
Okay.
Why? Because everybody is using the same software, right? Only one person can process with the installation. Once you have done it, other persons can take care of the giving the inputs and everything. Why? Because this is the installation, right? Only installation. Multiple people can log into the remote server. That's not a problem. But installation at a time, only one person be possible here. Only one person can start the installation here. So other persons, it will not allow you. Keep on asking the user ID password. Why? Because with my user, I am accessing the softwares, right? SWPM. That's why it won't allow you to log in. And that's why it's asking the multiple times user ID and password. It will ask. So
Okay,
in that
noted.
case, what you have to do, once I start giving all the inputs, then I will inform in the group so that others can start the installation. Then once that person is done, others can start the installation. This is a continuous procedure. It's not like one day activity you need to complete it and all the 10 members, all the 20 members, we have to complete the installation not in one day. So why? Because multiple people will get the chance to work on it. So one by one, we have to complete it here. That's why I will give you the Linux server also. Some people here, some people there, you can start the installations and everything here. Just click on the next button. That's it. Why? Because so simple installation softwares we all almost all given. So kernel given, exports given, host agent given, DB details we have selected. Then as WPM we started. So all the inputs we have given here. So then so some other formalities prompts we will get it out. Just click on the next buttons. Then finally then it will.
Ravindra, I have a question here. The instance name and the host name will be the same as the server name?
Yes, same name as a server name.
Like if it is, we cannot change the
If
name of
if
the.
you are in the cloud, if you have the instance name is different, then we can change it. As per your own naming, favorite naming conventions, you can change it. But here, we cannot change it here. Normally, we cannot change it this one.
Okay, and what about the port you mentioned about that 43 something kind of?
That port also we cannot change it. That is the standard port number. SWPM
Like
standard port.
if you have a company, like if you are doing this kind of a
Any company,
installation.
that is the any company, any organization, any installation, the port number is common. This port number is common for SWPM tool. So
Okay,
we cannot change this one. But
is
this
there
will
any
be
for
changed.
Java? It will be different for Java.
SAP installation means you will do with the Java installation also you will perform using the SWPM tool only. So the same port number you have to use it. Same SWPM tool only. SWPM tool you are using means this is the common URL you will get it out. 4237 slash SAP INST slash DOCS slash index.html. This is the common URL you have to use it.
Okay, to extend to this one, in my company, we are using some ports like 5001 or
That is
5
the
5000
SMICM
kind of
HTTP port after the installation. That is the server ports, not the
server ports.
SWPM ports. Here,
Okay,
SWP, this is the SWPM port for the installation purpose only.
okay, great. And another question about the domain. You mentioned the domain name. You didn't mention the domain name, but you said
Not
if you have a
mandatory.
company,
It's not mandatory to mention it. Some companies they have the domain name, they can mention it. Some companies
okay,
they don't have the domain, then we don't need to mention the domain name. Later also we can mention.
and we can mention right in here, but you said it's public. It will not be private.
Public, private also we can. Domain name is the private, public. Then we can maintain. So we can mention public, either public domains or private domains. We can maintain here. Not a problem. It's the public. All the public people they can access the my server without any use, without anything. They can access it. Sometimes there is a cyber attack. Something will happen.
Yeah,
Entire my data will be crashed. So
and
that's
this
why.
link also like it's a not secure, right?
Yeah, it's not secure. Why? Because it's an always in the real time also it's not secure. Why? Because you need to install the certificates. There are a lot of things we have to do that one. So for the only installation purpose we are using, right? So that's fine. Actually, we can ignore it.
And other one, but okay, please complete the class. I have a question.
You
So
can
not
ask me.
related to this.
I will pause it here. You can ask me.
No, no, no. It's a different thing because you mentioned about the DDIC and SAP
That is
star
the
user
SAP
ID, right?
users after installation. When you log into the SAP system, you need to use the DDIC and SAP star
There
user.
is a client 000.
Yeah, just wait for my other class. Yeah, just only concentrate on the installation part only.
No, current. Okay, so that's what I said it after the class.
After the class, after the class means after this installation completed, whatever the do you have the doubts, questions, clients, users, SAP star, DDIC, many things will come. So it just we are only for processing the installation. Okay, just wait for maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow we will get after all these things.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So instance number. So as I mentioned here, instance numbers are the 2 digits instance number. So for every how we have given the SID for the system, then same instance number is the 2 digits number 00 to 99 in between any number you can give it here, right? So either 00 or 9110 or 11, whatever the favorite number, client favorite number, not your favorite number, that number you can define it here, right? That number you have to define the instance numbers here. Click on the next button here. Okay, so once again, don't worry. Once again, we'll start the installation tomorrow. Once again, I will show you the steps tomorrow. Just want to, so how the procedure will be here. Okay, once again, we'll do the installation, same steps here. Okay, don't worry. We'll go with the installation full-fledged. So to first of all, you need to understand the synonyms, how the SWPM tool is taking the inputs, then how it is processing the inputs, right? That is the important thing here, right? So SLD. So SLD is not required now. SLD means it's a one of the SAP product here.
Hmm?
So that we can ignore it now. So if you go to the log files, here there is a log file and a task list log file. Here log file, the main important log file is the SAP inst.log file. When you open the log file, it will give you the all the information and everything here. So it is asking the default key recommended for the production systems, and key means that is why that key is generated. There is a key will be generated. Whenever you want to do the recovery something, that time this key will be the secure key will be impact will be will be important for the disaster recovery. Something system is corrupted, so the key is required. That time this key is important to recover the data, right? So just to take the note of this key and inform to the your customer, right? Inform to the your customer here, that will be created, right? So that is the important for the to recover the data. Sometimes what happens due to the hardware fault or disk corruption, data will be corrupted. So that is important finance data. You need to do the recovery of the data. Then that time this kind of keys will be useful to recover the data. So we can see here it is processing. See here, define parameter section is completed. Now review parameter section. In this section, whatever the inputs you have given. So typical you selected, you given the SID is the KND, you selected the password for all the users, then DB SID, then you provided the kernel files, then host agent, then you selected the then instance numbers and everything. You selected the some instance numbers. So all the things you have selected. Sir, oh, sir, I mislead. I have not given the domain name. Do I need to change it now? Yes. That's why you have the review parameter section. Select this one, click on the revise. Then you can go with the SAP parameter section. Then you can edit the SID and whatever it may be. You can edit it here. That's possible, right? So now it is the last chance to review the whatever the inputs you have given. This is the summary. Then when you click on the up to here, that's fine. Why? Because it's under our control. Giving the inputs, clicking on the next button, it's under our control up to here. Once this use review parameter section completed, it's not under our control then. System is in the SWPM control. You no need to do anything. System will take care of that one. It will take 3 to 4 hours. It will complete the installation. So if no one is there, no hurries, then you can complete the installation. Maybe multiple people will do the installation, right? Just click on the next button. You can progress the up to some steps here. Now execute service here. Now actual installation will start now here. 1% up to 100% it will complete it here. Then just what I will do, I will just cancel it here. Cancel the installation. Why? Because now inputs giving only in our parts. Just cancel. Then I will inform in our groups like I have done the giving the inputs and everything. Then if I hand over to other person will take care of the installation part. In this
The
way,
system ID KND means that is a mandatory one or what?
no, that is you can give your name also like ABC also, but SID should be given mandatory. SID you have to give the mandatory.
SID is unique number.
Yeah, unique number you have to give it.
Yeah, okay.
So I have done it. I am done it so that another person can start the SWPM tool now. Then they can proceed with the same steps. Whatever I have done it, you can proceed with this one. So see, already Prasad started. Prasad, if you log in now, so then if you open, now your SWPM screen will be, so process the next steps and everything. Right? So in this way, in the details tab in the task manager, I will come to know who are doing what. If the multiple people are logged in and see the same SWPM software, it won't progress. Why? Because already Prasad is doing now. So we have to wait for Prasad to complete it. Then otherwise Prasad to cancel the session. He has to cancel the session, end the process. Now other people can progress the activities here.
I'm
So
getting the error, Ravinder, the same error.
now you can log in. If you want to perform, you can log in now. Now I cancel your session. That's why. So you can do it, or when you are connecting, just you can inform to the others in the group so that they will also so progress the activities and everything. Okay? They can also
Oh,
see your screen.
okay. It's saying the page cannot be displayed.
What I'm saying, you need to start the SWPM tool from starting.
Oh,
Just to only open the URL is not enough. You need to start the SWPM tool.
okay. Understand.